Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. This is the Crochet Texture Throw by Patricia Raffenberg for Red Heart Yarn. So what I'm going to do is go through the easy, this is super easy. It's got a bit of texture to it, and I'm so glad I never filmed this yesterday, because if I would have filmed it yesterday I would have totally put you off the wrong track. I looked at my sample and I'm like, it doesn't look right, and so I looked at it and then I misread the instructions of saying it's enclosing the last two trebles, and then when I realized I had missed that this morning, I realized that anything I was learning yesterday was out the window. So it's kind of interesting to me as a professional. Sometimes I overlook and assume things, but I realize that my sample is not looking the same. So without further ado, let me show you the real sample, and let's begin to go through this next. So here is the sample of what it's going to look like, and we're going to do trebles, and what's going to happen in this is that the treble here, we're going to skip one stitch and put two trebles in a row, and then the skip stitch that we're going to do, we're going to come back and we're going to go over top, and this stitch here encases these two. So if I put my finger there and turn it over, you'll notice that the strand is on both sides. So this one stitch that is going over is actually going around these two stitches, which creates the texture. So that's something that I completely missed yesterday when I was doing my homework. So I've done a little crochet diagram for you. This is a repeat of 3 rows once you get started. So it's rows number 2, 3, and 4, and then you can continue to do that, and I'll show you how to do a quick border on this as well. So let's go to the diagram that I created for you, and let's see. So here's my little diagram that I created. If you would like to change the size of this particular afghan, you can do that, and it's in multiples of 3 plus 2. So you go 3, 3, 3, 3. When you're happy with it, just add 2 more, and therefore it'll stay in balance. So these are just double crochets starting with the 4th chain from the hook going across. Now this technically right here is not a stitch that is typical with the rules of crochet. So you can see here I put, it says just 1 stitch, and I just drew it in a way that I know myself that this stitch encloses both of those stitches, so it's going around the stitch. So it's not 2 stitches, it's just the way I drew it. So we're going to do then rows number 2. Then 3 is just going to be trebles, and then 4 is just double crochet. So notice back on 2, so when we go to start 2, we're going to skip the first stitch, go and treble into the next, and then we put this one that's enclosing into the one that's skipped, and then we keep doing that all the way across. So I think that's what we're going to get ourselves involved with today. This is going to be using, they're suggesting Red Heart Fiesta, which I think is out of service at this time. So I'm going to be switching off with Caron 1 Pound, and I'm going to be switching to a 6mm size J crochet hook in order to play, and that's where you see the sample. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to get started on this, and once you understand the 3 rows, you're off and laughing to the races. So enough chitter chatter, let's get at her. We're going to chain either 115 for as per the afghan, or if you want to do the multiples, it's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, is it big enough? Yes or no? If not, keep on going. So 1, 2, 3, keep making decisions. So 1, 2, 3, and then finally 1, 2, 3. Once you're happy with the width of this, you just have to add 2 more chains, and then you'll have balance. And let's begin row number 1. Starting 4th chain from the hook, so just count it back. So 1, 2, 3, go to 4th and go to the back hump of the chain, and I want you just to double crochet into the back hump of the chain. Once you do the first one, the rest of the chain will stay upside down, and you just keep using the back hump. So just 1 double crochet in the back hump of every chain going all the way across. So please do that now, and meet me at the end of row number 1. At the end of row number 1, just turn your work, and let's begin row number 2. So rows number 2, 3, and 4 are the repeat pattern. So let's begin row number 2. We're going to chain 4, which counts as the first treble. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So usually we start in the next stitch when we go to start a row, but in this case we want to skip that stitch and go and put a treble in this one and the next one. So skipping the first stitch, and when you treble, you wrap the hook twice, and you skip 1 stitch and go to the second one over and treble, and do the next one right after that. So 2 trebles in a row after you've skipped 1 stitch. So now this one here, we're going to come back to the one that's been skipped over. So you're going to wrap the hook first twice, and you're just going to insert right into that stitch, noticing that this yarn strand goes in front of the trebles and coming in, and when you grab the yarn strand, you're going to see that it's going to encase those 2 trebles in, and you're going to pull through. So just give it a bit of slack, and then pull through 2, 2, 2. So that stitch just became wrapped around the 2 existing stitches. You can see that on both sides. So you're gonna do this again. So you're gonna skip the next stitch and just treble into the next 2. So 1, and 2, and guess what you're gonna do next? Yes, you're gonna come back and you're gonna come into that skipped one, wrap the hook twice and go right in and get these 2 stitches trapped and enclosed. Give it a bit of slack, pull through 2, 2 and 2. Once you get used to this, you'll realize that the slack, see, it's a little bit different than the first time I did it. It's a little too tight, so just you'll have to get a little bit of practice with that. So you can start again, so skipping the next stitch and you're going to treble 2 times and then come into the one you skipped, just right over, pull through, give it a bit of slack, pull through 2, 2 and 2 back to the top, and just one one treble right in the very end. That's all you have to do. That's it. So let's begin row number 3. Row number 3 is a straight treble, so we're just gonna chain up 4 and then apply 1 treble into each of the stitches going all the way across. So it takes a bit longer to get across because you're wrapping twice to start, but you're gaining so much height when you do it, it's worth the time to do it. So in fact it feels slower, but you're covering more distance height wise when you do this. So please treble into each one of the stitches right into the very end, which includes the turning chain. When you get to the end, make sure the last treble is in the turning chain. Now turn your work and let's do row number 4. You're gonna chain 3 this time, counts as a double crochet, and then starting in the very next one you're going to double crochet across. That's it. So you're gonna go back then and do rows number 2, 3, 4, and you keep on doing that until you get to the height that you want. It's going to suggest that it was 19 times that you want to do that. Again, I would lay it on something, get your own judgment on how big that you think you need it, but make sure that you do 2 rows of number 4. So when you do rows number 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, when you get to the very end just do another row of 4 only and that will sit. So this is row number 4 that you see. Okay, so let's pretend that I'm done. So you're gonna do rows number 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Once you are satisfied with the height of it, just do one more row of 4. So it's just chain 3 and 1 double crochet across. And then we're gonna start the edging round. There's 2 rounds to do that, which is a really easy round to do that. Okay, so you can either stay attached to the project if you wish, but all you just need to do for the edging is that you just need to wrap or go right around it with a single crochet for the very first round. So there's 2 rounds of it and the second round is slightly different, so I'll go over that in a moment. So that was the end of round number 4 for the second time. So you're just gonna chain up 1 and just equally space your single crochets if you would like to put a border all the way around this. So just equally spacing, and in the corners what I need you to do is put in 3 single crochets so that it will turn. Okay, so these are trebles, so they're really long, so you might want to have 3 stitches into that one because it's 3s. The double crochets you might only want to put 2, and again just equally space it so it looks right. And then when you get to a corner just simply come into a corner space and just put in 3 single crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and now at this point I'm gonna go along the bottom so the stitch work is known, so you just go into 1 into each stitch and then just equally space it up the other side. So when I come back I'll have that done and then I will show you then what we need to do for the second round, which is a little bit different. When you get all the way back around, don't forget that you still gotta put in 2 single crochets in the corner there because you started off with 1, and then we're gonna begin the second round of the border. Again, you can decide what's gonna work for you and how complicated you want it to be. So to begin, what we're going to do then is that you are going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and you're going to single crochet into the same one, into the same stitch. Now you're gonna skip 1 stitch and slip stitch into the next and then chain 1, 2, 3 and then single crochet in the same one. That's all you're gonna do all the way around. So corners you don't have to worry about it, it's just the same thing. So skip the next stitch, slip stitch first and then 1, 2, 3, and it gives you a little bit of picot look and then single crochet. So skip the next one, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3. So I just learned something new. I've been doing other ways in my stuff, so this is kind of a neat way to be able to learn new concepts. and that's how you would get that. So you're just gonna do one, do that all the way around. Corners, don't worry about it. The corners just follow it around, so don't have to do anything special with the corners, and then you'll end up with this beautiful picot edge just like you see. So this is how to do the Crochet Texture Throw by Patricia Raffenberg for Red Heart Yarns. Until next time, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com.